Go. We are live.
Where is it at over here? Refresh the page. See if they're coming in.
Oh, I gotta go to your channel, Johnny.
Me too. I'm like,
There we are.
There it
doesn't
is.
help me to be on my channel.
There it is.
Sunday night special.
Let me get myself together here. There y'all go. How you doing? That's way across the room. I gotta have it over here. I can't see.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, there's the ad. How you doing?
Noel. Okay, we got at least one moderator.
A new Star Trek movie's coming out.
Woohoo!
Oh, it's streaming. That's what it is. Okay.
Hello, all our regulars. Hello, anybody new?
Where's my stand? Can y'all hear me?
My hands are still pruny from my long bubble bath. Somebody soaked for like 2 hours. Just seen me hanging over the tub trying to pick up your text message when I heard it ding. Yeah, are y'all doing shots for the devil card? I think you should do it for the 3 of Cups too, because she's been showing up more than the Queen of Swords lately.
Johnny, who do you have moderating? Oh, Noel is a moderator. Okay.
We ain't going to start yet. The more of them will come.
Okay. Because I just saw a comment saying you need more moderators, but it's your channel. You do you, boo.
Entertain the trolls, y'all. They'll be all right. They just want to say hi. They just don't know how.
Hey, Roberta.
Is it still on halftime, Johnny, for the Super Bowl?
I think it has 2 minutes until.
Oh, okay.
They were still in the second quarter.
Team Fluff won the Puppy Bowl. Oh, now I have to watch your video with Giblets still. I haven't had a chance to watch it.
Oh, Jen, you must. It was just adorable. It was adorable. It was so good.
Yeah, Una's a moderator too, so you got a couple.
We'll start at, we got 1 minute. I just started 7:05.
I figured we might have a light crowd tonight because of the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So let's pull 3 cards on the Chiefs and 3 cards on the 49ers while we wait. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? Because it's tied up right now, isn't it?
Well, I just started, Larry Girl, so you didn't miss nothing.
I'm not getting an answer.
49ers.
Yeah, I think it'll be the 49ers. I'm getting that the Chiefs are going to have a delay of game call.
What card did you get?
The Hangman, they're going to get a delay of game call and
I get 2 of
over
swords.
something foolish.
Yeah, I got 2 of swords for them. That's delay.
Too many men on the field. Ten of Pentacles, too many on the field.
I got the devil for the 49ers, so there might be a little.
That's my team, Johnny. That's my team.
I've been loving some 49ers since I was born.
I've got that they're going
I
to
look
be
at it as a good card.
I've got the 49ers are going to be more of an authority on the field, that they will bring endings to a lot of plays. And I get the Ace of Swords, and aces for me are yes cards. So I'm getting that they're going to win. I'm going to say by 2 points.
For the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm getting the stars, the crossroads, and the heart. There's a lot of hope that they win, but there's something here that gets divided. I don't know if this is like a double play or something like that, perhaps like a back-to-back field goal. And then we have, for the 49ers, I have the letter, the ring, and the scythe. It's something that happens very, very, very suddenly. I don't know.
Getting
It's
Getting
not
the Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, that could be quite literal, like, getting a ring, or we'll see.
Or an end to the ring for them.
Yeah, an end to the ring for them. We'll see. But I'm biased because, those are my
Me
Niners.
too. I was going to say 49ers. I don't care what it said.
I should have worn my 49ers. You know what? Y'all give me a second. Right now.
Go for it.
Linda G said she couldn't pick a winner because she's biased.
Here we go. I'm putting on my 49ers sweater, you guys. 49ers, right there. There.
Okay. I'm trying to find. Yeah, we need to say you need more moderators. I'm trying to put some more in here for you.
Did Becca fall out of the?
Oh, yes, she did. Device is not connected. Her camera's probably off.
You may have to send her an invite to get back in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm getting the 49ers are going to have a celebration, but I don't know. I've got a card of celebration over here on the Chiefs too. It's going into overtime.
They are tied right now, or at least they were last time I looked.
It's going into overtime. Sudden death. It's going to be a blocked field goal. That doesn't happen often.
All right, James Lee, Jay Rivera. I got you. Jace, I got you. Sharon Lee, I got you too.
Becca left the party. You've seen the size of the drink Peanut made for her husband. I think the party already started. She's out of the room. We can talk about her. Becca's doing something secretive right now, and she's having a lot of fun.
Refilling that glass. Ain't nobody pulling
no, she's not accepting a second drink. She hasn't finished the first one yet. She's not accepting the second one yet. He's trying to get her to take another one. We have to ask her if Peanut offered her another drink. Yeah, something's up with StreamYard and the camera feed tonight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there she is.
Sorry about that, guys. I knocked myself out.
Yeah.
So did Peanut offer you another drink while you were putting your jersey on?
No, I just reached into my closet right there.
Right. So let's start. Should we start with the Donald?
Yeah, let's start with Becca's spread she laid out.
Let's start with the
Okay.
Donalds.
So Johnny and Jen had requested me to do a double line of 5 for Donald Trump, Mango Mussolini. I'm trying to go out from March until April. Let me bring you guys down.
February through April.
Oh, February through April. Sorry about that. So this is what I have here. Can you guys see that? Well, you get it. So it's looking like the House is being persistent and they're going to continue moving forward. There's news coming in about new investigations in regards to contracts and broken promises that revolve around bribes. So this could quite possibly be investigations into briberies, emoluments clause violations, because this right here would be an oath. And this here is about a gift of money. That's a violation and an investigation being announced. We are seeing on the bottom row that there is some sort of a permanent obstacle or permanent obstruction. There is new hope to transition and move things forward for the next election because it's been corrupted and shining a light on government. The House is being persistent with these two. There's contracts here that have to do with technology, or this could just be contracts for space. So that stupid Space Force, quite possibly. There is a female child here, quite possibly Ivanka Trump, that comes under the spotlight. She's showing some guilt. There's something new here around bribing a child as well. And multiple avenues of money, as well as money for roads, corruption, and a sudden strike on corruption, investigations that are being illuminated, and news that's coming in from the government. It looks like here the House is persistent. We have the House with the anchor right below it. Even though the anchor is not a character card, this could be in reference to Bolton, being persistent for Bolton here. With these two, this is talking about a change of residence with these two, and new contracts and small contracts, multiple avenues of guilt, stealing from gifts, and something around money that gets illuminated, and a sudden and swift decision from a court or the government here that brings a lot of stuff to light that has to do with corruption and multiple avenues of money and where it's coming in. And it's looking like it has to do with the transfer of property, and also quite possibly him transferring out of the White House. This does not necessarily mean resignation. I do not have the lilies here, but there is a change of residence here in this spread. So that's what I'm getting.
So the swift decision from the courts could also be the emoluments clause and the taxes.
This is money.
Transfer of property and tax fraud showing up.
Yeah, because this is money that's fraudulent, business that's fraudulent, and there's a violation here, money that's being stolen here. And the money's changing. It goes up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down with these two, and the investigations into that. Also, quite literally, people that are leaving and returning his properties for contracts here.
So
Let's see.
Am I okay to put this away now, you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I get the King of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. So there is a defeat to a bird sign man or man with money or a bank, possibly. There is a giant change with that too here with the Death card. This is I think it's a bank. It's not a person. there's a bank or some sort of something that holds money, either a bank or a stock, or it's something that money is held with. It's a big, huge change to that around him. There is the government here and the Knight of Pentacles. He's also getting some sort of document or paper that has something to do with moving or money, or he's getting a document from the government, from somewhere in the government. This is not him, though. So it's not like he's sending a document. Someone's bringing it to him, because I get the Knight of Pentacles too. Now I have the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. There is also investigations into his riches, because I get the Three of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Now I also, when I was watching your reading, Jen, I said in his January, or when I did it in December or something like that, January reading, that somebody around him, or him, I said him, is going to have trouble with the charity. And you said Cipollone had some sort of charity scam. So here we have, again, there's the Nine of Pentacles. This is money, security, that type of thing. Queen of Swords is the law. Three of Cups is celebration. And then the Wheel of Fortune. So there's another charity thing here. I still see something with him in charity. Either it's him in charity or it's people around him in charity. But
I think it was Secolo. Southern lawyer.
And so there is something in charity going on there too. There's a new action that he is going to take that is going to spell bad news for him. And it spells bad news rather quickly. I have the Knight of Wands and the Six of Wands. There is something he is about. Thank you, me, myself, and I. There is something he is doing that he will initially gain a victory with, or something that he will initially gain a victory with that will turn out to be bad in the end. So here in February, he will have a short-term gain and then a long-term loss. But there's still something in charity or something around gifted money, I'll say that is going to bite him in the butt.
I did a general spread for February through April, and I've got, Trump's got the tower on him right now. His challenge is Adam Schiff, because Adam is investigating the Republicans and Russia working together. And, like where the money came from, manipulation, where the money sleight of hand came from. And I get that it's leading to Trump going away. It brings a big change.
So what is, Jen, for that death card, how does that play into the context of him going away?
That's a huge change.
This is going away. This is like being on a coffin. The death card is big change. Something changing, transitioning.
But it's not little change. It's like giant change.
Yeah. And this is my card for separation, like divorcing him from his office.
Interesting.
So by April, I think he'll something big's coming out. We look at Lev Parnas and his lawyer. What else they're going to release?
Mm-hmm.
Because his lawyer, I forget his name, keeps saying they're going to release stuff like every couple of days. They were took a letter over to McConnell on Friday morning.
I wonder. Never mind.
That was while Becca was doing the live stream with Lori,
Mm-hmm.
and started pulling cards on what's in the letter Lev Parnas just delivered to Mitch McConnell. I can't talk.
What do we look like? What are we gonna ask? Is he?
What else is Lev Parnas releasing on Trump?
Yeah.
What other implications is he going to have on Trump? What else is it going to show?
Ask that. I'm going to ask a different question.
Okay.
I want to know what that information, once you do it, I want to know what that information, well, let's all do it. What that information is going to, how it's going to affect Trump. because a lot of stuff comes out and nothing works. Nothing
Yeah,
sticks.
nothing sticks to him.
So let's see what comes out first.
Well, I got Nancy Pelosi on the bottom, so he's definitely going to be meeting with her and giving her information.
We use this deck. This deck is reversed, so we'll have some reversals in here.
He's got more information, more tangible evidence about the money and why Trump withheld it from Ukraine. Here's Trump, why he withheld it from Ukraine. He's got more tangible evidence on that, the dirty tricks. And it again is strong enough that it makes him have to go. It shows that Ukraine felt out in the cold, because they keep saying Ukraine didn't even know he was withholding money. It shows that they did know he was withholding money, that they felt out in the cold from the U.S.
Yeah.
And I get also, he's got more about who paid Love, who paid, Rudy Giuliani, who paid everybody. Guess who? Some new action is going to come out of what Love's lawyer is going to be releasing that causes a big change. And yeah, I keep getting like Trump's got to walk away. There's going to be another article of impeachment or something.
What you get, Becky?
Okay, so the top question here was for what new information is he going to release? I have the mice, the moon, the birds, the siphon, the child. There's about whatever he releases has to do with phone calls, meetings, negotiations. This is about 7 to 12 people, about a dozen. With this one here, about 13. This has to do with a corrupt scheme that was taking place to hurt and put a child in danger and make him guilty. These conversations have been going on for a while with the child and the anchor. This is about 2 years or so. This here with the clouds, the clover, the anchor, the bear, and the cross. This is something that has been happening in the shadows, corruption in the shadows that brought him an opportunity for him. But then it proves guilt. There is ongoing, continuous corruption, and then something here to do with the child, and the luck is suddenly, swiftly, cut off. And there's something about his career and his reputation that comes to light that makes him look even more guilty. There's something here about gaslighting a child and corruption and guilt here. But central to the reading, it has to do around long-term phone calls, negotiations, and conversations that were taking place, probably going back 2 years or so.
That dinner that Lev taped him at was April 30th of 2018. So it's
Wow.
The child is 1 year. The anchor is closer to a year. So this is about 2 years that this goes back. I asked how this would affect Trump on this bottom line here. I'm getting the child, the tower, the anchor and the woman, the heart and the ring, the bouquet and the fish, the mice and the coffin, and the bear and the fox. This is looking like something around a new government, a small government. It's probably about his new government. Something that has been ongoing. I'm telling you, it's going back 2 years with the child and the anchor here. And they've made promises, financial contracts, and they've somehow built, even though I don't have the crossroads here, it's like they've almost built avenues of some sort for briberies. There's an end of corruption here, and then it exposes him as a fraud, a con. There is a woman here that has been some trouble. So I don't know if this is in reference to Clinton. a lucky woman with a contract for money that had come to an end. And then there's an investigation here, investigating a child with these corners, and DJT lying, government contracts to stabilize money, an end of an affair, and fraudulent gifts. There is an opportunity for an affair, a woman that brings forward some sort of a gift of money and payments to him. There is one woman, two women, three women involved in this, one man and another man other than Parnas. So there's other players here as well.
Hmm.
One, two women and a man also that are somehow involved here. This woman here is a snake, and there's a payment being made.
Thank you, Lord S. So I asked what kind of information he's releasing, and I get the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. There's a recording of some sort, but it's like, I don't want to jump the gun and say, but I think it's devastating type recording. I don't know if it's enough to scratch the Teflon, but it's devastating. I get the Justice reversed and then the High Priestess, which means it's like super illegal, or it's alluding to something that he did that is not just illegal, but it could be immoral because it's held secret. Then I have defeat and disappointment with the Five of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Those are like the precipice of change when you hit that 5. The 10 is usually completion. So there is, again, huge change coming with what it is he's going to release next. And he is going to release something next. And I think it's a recording, and it's of Donald Trump. And oddly enough, like Michael Cohen did, everybody that comes around him records everything.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I get it's a message too that brings a big change, because it shows the cover up. It eliminates the cover up. It exposes the cover up, with all the players, everybody that's been working on this with Trump. And again, I get that, like, it's bad enough that it causes him to have to separate from his powers.
And I'm asking now, how would it affect him? The first thing I get is the Ten of Cups reversed. So this is usually like the happy family and the go along to get along and everything's honky-dory. But this is like there is trouble within, especially within your circle or your group, or the people that you think that you trust, or that you believe that you trust, or you believe that trust you. And then there's the Nine of Pentacles. So this is not just trouble in the house, but there's trouble towards security. Not security as in physical well-being, but like the security of your job and your namesake. Because then you get the Three of Pentacles. This is like being released after a short time. Because the Three of Pentacles is being commissioned to do something for someone else. This is being released. So you were once hired, and now you're not. So we'll see. Because I think this is going to be devastating. I don't know how. I don't even know why, but I think so.
It's interesting. Yvonne Davis, the astrologer, a lot of us watch. She had a great video the other day that was talking about, what's going on with Trump in March. And one of the things that's happening to him in his astrology is losing the people that he's relied on for support and for security.
There's a Ten of Cups reversed.
Dirty work. So he's going to lose his support.
Well, speaking of supports, should we look at Pence's February?
Absolutely.
February, March. Because what affects Donald does ultimately affect him at some point.
So, Johnny, we're going from February to March?
Yeah, let's see if we can do like a little glimpse into his timeline.
Okay.
got cat fur all over my cards. On the table again.
Is that Lucy or other little buddy?
It's usually Lucy that sheds on the table.
It amplifies their power. Hi, Mari.
Artie's locked up with Bruiser tonight, so he can't interrupt the live stream.
Pence's March. I'm going to use the new cards, see what they say.
Well, somebody's betraying him right on the bottom.
Yeah.
America's going to see something tangible on him in February, March from investigations, or from like Lev and Bolton blabbing, showing his sleight of hand. I've got, here he is, the person of authority working together in secret, part of working together on something dark. And it's going to show his sleight of hand and manipulations that he did. And everything he was aware of, because he tries to act like he didn't know what was going on. It ties him into Trump too, Thief Trump. Like he's completely aware. So it's some sort of something tangible, like an email or text or video or something physical.
Well, what I got. This is called the Hand of Fate. This basically is fate, but this is not just fate. This means that it is on its way to being completed, whatever that fate is. The dragon could be an opponent, or it could be good luck and fortune and health and all that good stuff. But it's an opponent of some sort, because the Sphinx crosses it all. The Sphinx is about talking. This is watching your words, because the Sphinx usually gives you a riddle, and depending on how you answer it, it could spell doom for you. And so, remember, we had the Hand of Fate. This means that it's coming. Hourglass means you have to act now. So whatever it is you're going to do, you need to do it within the next 24 or 48 hours type of deal. And then there's the dagger. This is usually physical harm, but when you have the Sphinx and the dragon, which is an opponent in words, there could be some backstabbing and some betrayal. And then we have that you need to act now. So this means that he's probably already doing it, since this is in the sky. So that means it's coming. So he's already working towards that in particular thing. He gets air. This does represent him. And then the griffin. Now, the griffin is about taking a chance. So he is trying to sort of fulfill his prophecy. And then water and emotion and the siren. Someone is coaxing him, or either working with him or coaxing him to do something. The siren song is basically, it's a mythical creature that is in the middle of the water, and sailors believe they see it, and they can believe they hear it, and then they swim out to it and drown. And so that's kind of what this is. And it's coupled with water on top of that. So someone is sort of luring him, or he's luring someone to their doom. The fear, the reason I'm not saying it's him being lured to his doom is because his fear card is the seer. This means that whoever it is, he doesn't want his information found out. This is like the high priestess. This is the psychic card. So he doesn't want it found out. Next to that is his hopes. This is the oracle. Yeah, I forget what that means. I think it's like it's a seeking wisdom. This is like going to school. So he is trying to find out as much information as he can. Problem is, someone is going to betray him. This is his word of warning. This is the love card. It means that this is someone very, very close to you. And right next to that is the mystic circle. This is usually like good luck charms and things of that nature. So there is he believes that he has whatever it is that he needs to progress with his agenda, but he has someone in the camp that is also betraying him too. Because he has the Harlequin, this is basically the person hiding behind a mask, and they want acceptance. So this is the person who's going along to get along so that his team thinks that he's on their side. And then the maiden is the naive one. This is his outcome. So he believes that he's doing what they asked him to do, but he too is going down the same road. Now, I'm not saying they're going to impeach him and throw him out and all that, but Mike Pence is also being stabbed in the back while stabbing in the back the person they told him to.
He's a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
And the man in the mask, could that be Barr?
What you get, Becca?
Okay, I did 2 spreads. This one here is February. This one here is March. So for February, we're seeing a person in a position of authority, Mike Pence, and the government. There's something important going on here with disinformation online as well as disinformation to the media. There's an ending here and then him securing happiness long term. This person here in a position of authority lies and loses. Here, there's a significant loss for the boss. Down this way, he's hoping and wishing for him to achieve his goal. And the key to him is getting into the government, being at the top, he himself being the boss here. This guy he's doing something in the background to betray this guy. He knows that 45 has the key and could quite possibly sink him, because down this way we're seeing a loss of hope, a significant loss of hope for him reaching the very top, and then lies within the institution and a chain of lies, deceits, and betrayal. But this guy is really hoping that this man takes the fall and he moves into the top level position as boss for February. For March, I'm seeing the storks, the mice, and the coffin, the bear, the fox, the child, key, letter, and fish. This here is talking about a transfer. This way, a transfer for a person in a position of authority is quite important. This is like they leave and they return. His leaving and returning is going to be very important. There's a transition of power that's important here. This way. There's some corruption and fraud that gets recorded. It comes out on a report. This could be an article, a report, something that is documented, and it all has to do around a financial document and documents that have to do with who's financing them on this last row. And then the cover up for a child, and then some sort of a payment here. But it's like there's a transition of power that is important. And then because something comes out, a financial record, a business record, something like that. February and then March here. So.
Well, with things coming out and records coming out, let's shift and go into Bolton. Let's start and see if his book will come out. We'll see if his thank you, Ms. May. If his book will come out, we'll see who he's talking to. Since they don't want him to be a witness, he's going to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
We'll see who he's talking to, and let's see if the House, because Adam Schiff says they're not saying whether or not they're going to subpoena him to talk to the House. But let's see. So let's start with his book and see if that'll come out. Thank you, Linda.
I think we need to do a reading next on Is John Bolton Safe?
Let's do
After this.
Okay, you do. I was gonna say we can do that now because
Are you getting something on that?
this is the first. As soon as you said that, this is the first card I picked up. This doesn't mean this means physical harm in this book.
Laying on the coffin, sleeping with the
And
fish.
then the next card I get is this one. How do you say that? Is that caduceus?
Caduceus.
This is health and healing and yeah. It's now it's usually, good news, but when it's coupled with the dagger, I mean, it's kind of like there's a recovery process because every card around it says the same thing. It says something about recovery. And the griffin is like good luck, but the unicorn is healing. The caduceus is healing. This is physical harm.
Was the question, will John Bolton's book be released?
Yes, and that's what I was asking.
and I said, I think we need to read on Is He Safe next. I'm getting his book, like, it's going to be a surprise because somebody's working with him. It brings big changes. There's going to be new action. I'm getting it's going to be sporadic. So they're going to keep leaking it chapter by chapter or however they're doing it. They're going to keep leaking it, because he's standing in charge of it.
Let's see.
He's got people that are working with him to get it out. And I think it's also going to get out on the media. I think as far as the whole book being published, it'll be delayed before he can get it out. But once he's leaked enough of it, he's going to be able to publish it.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting down here. I asked if the book will be released. I got the scythe, the mountain, and the snake. There's going to be a sudden obstacle here that's going to cause him a little bit of trouble. That's a delay, a sudden delay, a sudden obstacle that causes problems. I asked if he was safe. I got the clouds, the rider, and it's ending here with the ring. It's saying yes, but there's going to be some trouble. Someone is delivering him some trouble, perhaps to keep his mouth shut or not expose too much, keep things covered up, hidden in the shadows.
So he'll be threatened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting he's going to be put in defense mode. So you better have bodyguards because, he's getting too much celebrity off of this. And somebody wants to bring an end to him swiftly. Somebody's been sending him death threats purely for entertainment purposes only, YouTube.
Like I asked if he's safe, I get the chariot.
They're trying to block him. They're trying to block him and get him to go away.
Yeah, mine's end with the tower. But now, mind you, let's read it in context. There's the chariot, so this would represent him, and then there's some sort of alliance someone makes here, and then it meets the tower. So I think it's not that they can physically harm him, but there are going to be threats, and there's probably threats now. I mean, he's not on their team, and all of Fox News is calling him a what was the word they used? Anyway, they're calling him all kinds of names.
Yeah,
And
like
saying he's a betrayer and a backstabber and all these type of things.
Meanwhile, they used to love to have him on there.
He used to work there. He was a contributing analyst, as they called it. So that was his book. Who was he talking to? Because he wants to talk to someone.
Who will John Bolton be talking to?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he can't be a witness for the Senate trial.
Lev was saying, everything that was in Bolton's book verifies everything that Lev had released so far. So it all goes hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
A neocon. That's what they called him. They called him a neocon.
It's better than the Comic-Con president we've got, right? Literally comedic con.
Who's he talking to? I get two sources. I get there is a person who is a lawmaker, so someone probably in the judicial branch or someone in Congress that wouldn't betray him. Thank you, Joanne. It's not popping up over here. It's over there. But there's also a publication here with the King of Pentacles. There's a publication of some sort. Someone he either worked on a board with or donated money to, or they donated money to him, or something of some sort where they had money at some point that was exchanged. So he knows them in that capacity, but he's going to do maybe some exclusive talk, because I get the Four of Pentacles too. There's going to be some exclusive talk with there first. So some sort of publication, and then he's going to go to someone in the not Justice Department, but judicial branch. What you get?
I've got he's talking to an old friend, someone else who is also out of the White House. So someone else that implies someone who had worked with inside that's now outside. And yeah, definitely a friend, a trusted friend. And they're making plans on a new action. Like, how do I deal with this? And then I've got like a little delay here, a little transition. He's talking also to someone else for image purposes about his judgment of Trump and what Trump has done, as well as Republicans. It's like he's fighting with the Republicans. So I'm not getting specifically who that is. It's someone that carries a lot of strength. I don't know who it is. I want to say media. You know, somebody who's got like power, strength, can get the word out to a lot of people.
Yeah, that's what I got with that publication thing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Selfish Wing. What you get back?
So for mine, I pulled a double line of 5. I got the ship, the child, the lilies, the stars, and the sun. And then on the bottom row, I have the tree, the fish. Here's the book itself, the book here, the heart, and the mountain. It's delayed here. As far as who he's talking to someone that is a veteran status that may have been in the Navy, or someone that was in the Department of the Navy, but there's an organizational chart here. So this could be the Navy Marine Corps, because the Marine Corps falls under the Department of the Navy, but this is Navy veteran that's very well recognized, that may be in the media. There is something here as well with another man that has money. So I don't know if this is the publisher, or someone that, helped him publish the book. But it's like he goes to the media, and then there's someone around him that's a veteran status, either with the Department of the Navy or the Department of the Marine Corps. But there's a delay.
John Kelly, who used to be the chief of staff, who's now out, was U.S. Marine Corps general.
Okay. There's somebody here with veteran status that had to do with ships. So that's either Marine Corps or Navy. But he's going to the media, but it's going to be delayed before he goes to the media. He doesn't go to the media right away. It doesn't look like, simply because that reading ends with a mountain. So
interesting. We pretty much all got the same, like this person was involved in government, and this person or people could be also in media at the same time. Huh. Guess we'll see.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I think it's two different people. Like he's talking to a friend, like a John Kelly, somebody he worked with, former government official, and then he's going to talk later to the.
Well, if that's who he's going to, let's see. Adam Schiff says he's not going to say whether or not they're going to subpoena him. So let's see if the House is going to subpoena John Bolton, because he said he will talk if he's subpoenaed. But the Senate never did it. So let's see if the House will. get a yes. There might be some disappointment with it though, but I get a yes.
Yeah, moving into action on the bottom.
I get Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Swords, and the Hierophant. And then below it, I got the Five of Cups, which is like a regret, and then the Nine of Cups next to it. It won't be exactly what he thought it was going to be, or somebody else. He may not tell everything, or he may not answer all they wanted to answer. But
I get judgment and moving quickly into action on that. They're not accepting, what was offered in the Senate. Nancy's team moving quickly into action on that abundance of information that's going to come out. They're going to move forward with him, but I get the feeling they're going to keep it out of view of America, so it will be behind closed doors is what I'm getting, so not on TV.
They'll drive Donald crazy.
yeah, to create confusion around it. They're going to do it in secret.
It's interesting that you said that, Jenny.
Yeah, to get illumination. That'll drive him nuts.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get, Becca?
So the reason I was saying that it was interesting that Jenny got that, I got The Mice, The Man, the Mice, the book. John Bolton or someone else is nervous about the book. The question was, is are they going to subpoena him? They're nervous about what he has to say. They're going to keep it private, behind closed doors, hush, hush, classified, perhaps in a classified setting here with the book. I asked again if they were going to subpoena him. I got the fox, the house, the snake. The house is going to have to be really, really smart about this and perhaps throw up some smoke and kind of like lie about what they're doing, but not necessarily lie, but just they're going to have a little bit of trouble, and they're going to have to be smart about how they work this thing out because there's trouble ahead. But it looks like if it does happen, it's classified. It's a classified setting.
Yeah,
because they're about what he has to say.
So let's ask this: if they get him in a classified setting, are they going to block Nunes, the tattletale, from being included? Are they going to block Republicans, Nunes, Jim?
Or anybody that may have been implicated in this scheme?
Yeah, because Nunes is already implicated in his trip to Austria. Will they block Republicans from meeting with Bolton?
Happy birthday, Connie.
Oh, happy birthday, Connie.
Happy birthday.
So how should I word this, Jen?
Will they block Republicans from meeting with Bolton in private if the House gets Bolton in?
Okay, I'll ask, will they block people that are suspicious Republicans from the classified setting?
Yeah.
That, or people that are under investigation. Okay.
I get there's an attempt, but it doesn't go. Because there's the Two of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Five of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and Temperance. They have to work together at the end, but they do want to do that. I still feel as though there might be still at least like a phone call or something that happens that no one else sees.
Yeah, because I'm getting that it's hard work to secure, keeping Republicans out for practical reasons. So they meet outside, somewhere in secret. Outside, somewhere in secret. It's a little sleight of hand there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do something sneaky to meet with them without the Republicans.
What'd you get, Becky?
I'm getting the dog, the writer in the book. This is saying that those that are loyal and trustworthy arrive in a classified setting.
Yeah.
Because I worded it as, I worded it differently. If they'll keep out the ones that are suspicious. So it's saying that only the ones that are loyal and trustworthy will be invited to the classified setting.
I think somebody's going to meet with them outside, also, like to set it up.
Because I keep getting like there's going to be a call or something that nobody else hears.
Hey, John, let's Skype in a skiff. We'll put the YouTube video out later.
Now, there is all that in the house. So let's take a look at Pelosi. See what her February, we can do look at her February, is going to be like since she's hosting the guy in chief.
Yeah, Nancy, she gets to do her clap again.
She can throw a middle finger in there. I wouldn't mind.
How did that go, Jen?
It's a mafia clap right there.
You'll test with Nancy.
So we're looking at Nancy for February?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm dropping all these cards today. What you get, Jen?
I'm not sure yet. I don't know who this is.
I get like her reading starts with Page of Swords, King of Pentacles. So, and the Ten of Swords. Like there's a loss to some man in power. I won't say Trump because he's not the King of Pentacles usually. But then there's a Five of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. So there's a defeat or a pending defeat that does have a delay. So maybe this speaks to the acquittal, which we can look at too. But then there's the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Six of Swords, and the Three of Wands together. So there are two women. One could be Letitia or some woman in the law, or it could be Justice herself, with Queen of Wands, which is Nancy Pelosi, and the Six of Swords, which is transitioning to a different plan with the Three of Wands. And this one has been going on. So it's not that she sent the articles and then she rested and she was waiting for them to come up with something. Like she knew what it was going to be before she sent it over. So there is some other plan that she has been working on. This woman has been around for a long time. She is no fool, so she already knew what to do. So she had another plan in place. It will meet some opposition naturally, so that's what her word of warning was the Five of Wands. But her solace is the Three of Swords. So she's going to stick it to somebody. Because in the end, we have the Three of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. So there will be more articles delivered. And it will involve the three, Nancy, Schiff, and Nadler, or somebody like that. But I heard Maxine Waters. So for some reason, she may be in on this too.
Yeah, I get
though.
I get that she's continuing investigations, in February, but I get that she's also going to manifest something. She's going to do it in a practical way. So she's going to bring it out at just the right time. Mm-hmm. And that's for image purposes as well as it's something tangible and sort of truth with it. It brings truth out. But it's also a little bit of a power play on her part.
Yeah.
She's showing strength and celebrating. So whether that's bringing out a new article of impeachment, There is, right now, like she is kind of moping a little bit here, not accepting what just happened in the Senate. And she's asking a lot of questions about that. But I'm getting she's got strength and celebration over Trump.
Thank you, our treasure trove. What'd you get, Becca?
Let's see here. Can you guys see that? So I have the ship, the birds, the bouquet, the stars, the cross, the letter, and the man, the garden, and the whip. There's something going on here about something that happened overseas that's bringing this person hope. There is conversations and hearings in a large body of people that are guilty. It's a sham. It's guilt. And then we're seeing an invitation here that gets repeated. This could be, I don't know if this is in regards to subpoenas, but they're fighting over it, and these subpoenas keep repeating over and over again. There's something that gets brought to light here in regards to a meeting and a phone call that had to do with foreign gifts. So a phone call that proves guilt to a large body of people that has to do with foreign gifts. Accepting foreign gifts. There is something here that's really burdensome on her hopes and notice of guilt here. And a man that goes to the public and starts stirring up the public, fighting with the public, arguing at the public. This could be Trump going to a rally and stirring people up, being very angry, and just causing a lot of problems and chaos. There's foreign policy here. And then routes and networks, the networks of where he was getting gifts from, conversations with two men or a small group of men, 7 to 12 people here, and that brings a lot of fighting and arguing. It looks like the more, if this is in regards to Parnas, even though I'm not seeing it here, simply because we have the birds, and this here, these are verbal transcripts, phone calls. This here is like a technology phone, like a smartphone. There may be something more around the leaks with Parnas that brings something to light in regards to negotiation for bribery that makes this whole part of the reading repeat again. So I don't know if that brings in more subpoenas, more articles of impeachment. It looks more like subpoenas simply because it's got the bouquet. But there's something in those phone calls that has to do with foreign bribery. So let's see.
Cool.
I was just asking, is she going to get more, in my head, is she going to get more documents like from the banks and from the taxes and everything? And I've got, Time's Up, Sword of Truth and Tangible Things at 2 aces. That's a yes.
Yeah, I just got the light in the darkness with the agent. There's something else she's looking at, something else that's coming up. Should we ask why she was in Europe instead of here?
Yeah, she was in Europe during the trial. Why was she in Europe? Well, the trial was going on. Not that she was needed. Schiff did a wonderful job. Card of communication on the bottom.
Creating a plan.
She's nurturing an ally.
Yeah, that's what I get too. There's something, she's creating a plan of some sort.
She's
this is like new ideas and new things on the horizon with serendipity. There is a relationship here. This is usually like the hopeless romantic, but this is a relationship with someone The seduction card is bringing someone into, when I couple those together, bringing someone into your situation. The seer, this is the person who is trying to use her foresight because she knew, again, like in the last reading, she's continuing her investigation because she knew it would continue on. There's the person, the knight, this is the chivalrous one. This is the one who is the winner, basically. And then the green man, this is protecting those that you care for. So if you put all that together, she is meeting with someone to strategize for something here, the country she says she loves. So.
Yeah, I think a foreign country has some communication from that Trump's involved in, because Nancy always shows up as the Queen of Wands for me, or Queen of Pentacles. She's showing up as the Queen of Cups. She's nurturing a relationship with an ally who has some illumination to share, and I feel like it's on communications, like they've got something, transcripts or something like that. Her challenge is to be patient, like she wants it now. Like gimme. She's protecting herself, but whatever this illumination is, it brings a swift ending. Look at the swift ending, because it shows betrayal and
good Lord.
Death card. She's tired of waiting.
Those are the cards we want to see.
Yeah, and then Nancy celebrating.
Thank you, Janet. What you get, Becky?
So I have the clouds, the fox, the key, the letter, and the stars. There's something here that she's going to investigate because there's evidence of some fraud from an advisor that was in the house. This person was working in the shadows. There's an advisor or someone that's loyal here that was in the house. There's a senior man here with a contract that was suddenly and swiftly cut off. This person here is key, and they're being removed. I don't know who this is exactly in the house, but this is a loyalist, a shady loyalist here.
That's like Nunez.
Yeah, Nunez or somebody, because they're fraudulent, and it's like a fox in the hen house. It's about this person. However she's doing it, she's talking to particularly one man that's older. This could be someone that is a veteran status or someone that has seniority in their position. She maybe have gone over there to speak with this person to investigate this guy and see what this person was up to. Kind of like put your ear to the ground and see what you pick up. Mm-hmm. There's something important here about a written contract. There's a written contract and a promise here. And then there's something either with technology or the network of how far this person's network, who they were reaching out to, that gets suddenly revealed here. And this person gets cut off from that network. Let me see. There's a sudden and swift separation here. The house has articles, or the house has a report or news that came in from this guy, messages that were coming in from whoever this older man is, but he's key to what's going on here with the shady loyalist. That's a fox in the hen house, because this is a shady investigation. So this could be, I don't have any cards that say that there's multiples, but this could be, because he's so close to the house, this could be Nunez and the network that Nunez was working in to see how far it goes and then cut those people out.
You got to believe all these people in Europe and stuff are watching Firtash sitting there in Austria, because everybody keeps running to him. And
where did she go in Europe?
I don't know if it was publicly released. I just heard Europe. Let me see.
Thank you, Tyra. Thank you, Kathy.
Why would she be going to Europe to see what the hell Devin Nunez was doing? If this is Nunez that's showing up here.
Well, let's see. Well, who's in his inner circle? Well, who is his loyalist? You got Nunez. Gates is, but he did his war powers thing, but he's still a loyalist too. Like, who would they be looking at outside of Nunez?
I only saw one. I didn't have any cards in there that identified multiples. I'm only seeing one loyalist that's shady, fraudulent, and he's a fox in the hen house. That would be Nunes.
Thank you, Charlene. So let's look in.
Oh, she was visiting Auschwitz before the anniversary there of the freeing of everybody in Auschwitz. So that was the main thing she was going over for. So she was going over to Poland.
Let's look at Nunes.
But there were other foreign dignitaries that were there also.
Yeah, it's like she was talking to particularly an older man that has seniority. We're looking at Nunes. What are we asking about Nunes, Johnny?
How's this February, March?
Oh, we're looking at Nunes February and March?
Yeah, let's do that. Because if she's talking to somebody about a loyalist,
A shady loyalist.
It could be Barr.
It could be Barr.
No, Barr presents more like the bear because he's a position of authority. The dog is somebody more like a loyalist. That's like.
Oh, you got the dog?
Yeah, I got the dog.
So it's a
So
lower.
it's not a boss. It's not a boss. It's more of a loyalist on the bottom. You know. So we're looking at Devin Nunes for February.
Devin Nunes, February.
Because Nunes is the one that made all those trips overseas. So,
and had his advisor make those trips too. So it wasn't just him.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't you love these people?
Nunes, February, March. Walking away. The challenge is to work. You can't work. You little dirty tricks that you've been doing for a long time, working with people on dark money and stuff and judgments on him. He gets an offer. Yeah, I feel like he gets censured. He gets isolated. He gets censured. If they censure him, he can't serve on any of the committees.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly who she was talking about, Jen. Because she is on his butt. Okay, so let me see. Let me bring you guys down. I pulled a double line of 7. I think I might need to move it this way. Wait, no, this way. Okay, whatever. I got the bear, the clover, the bouquet, the man, which is Nunes, the anchor, the heart, and the coffin. He was running errands and doing opportunities for someone in a position of authority because he's stable, secure, and like very loyal to this man. But that loyalty and his security comes to an end. There is a serious, serious loss here. His position in government eventually will come to an end. If this is in regards to I don't have the garden here or the birds, which would talk about committees, but it's like he's closed off from areas of the government. There's areas of the government that he's no longer allowed access to. On this bottom row, I have the mice, the letter, the ship, the what is this? The lilies, the dog, the woman. This is Pelosi. And the government or the tower. There's some sort of document or report that's coming in about his corruption from overseas. There's an older man here, that same person again, his assistant that has been quite loyal to him and Trump, but mostly to him, Nancy Pelosi and the government here. There's corruption here regarding gifts and then gifts to his advisor, and his advisor suffers a loss as well. This is Russia and someone in a position of authority overseas that has reached their goal in government. So he's talking to someone that is an authoritative person that is perhaps isolated because this person is corrupt and they're closed off here. So I don't know if this is Firtash.
Could it be a dictator?
It could be a dictator, but this person's closed off from government and they're isolated.
That sounds like Firtash.
Yeah, it could be Furtash. This person is alone in a tower, but they're also a powerful financier. They're corrupt and they're closed off from government, or they're in a tower closed off, quite literally. There is something here around some sort of a message for an opportunity with this person and a foreign bribe coming in for him. And that's what this older man told Pelosi about him and the advisor, because he is a friend to Pelosi. But he told him about Nunes, this person in a tower, Russia, how long this has been going on with him and the advisor, because he's got the anchor right next to him. This has been going on for a while, and he's been persistent about it. And perhaps others within that inner circle that are also involved. But whatever came out of it, she is quite happy. He is heading into a permanent loss and losing access to certain levels of government here. So what are you guys getting?
He's censured.
I got the Wheel of Fortune with the Four of Wands. So this is he's on a committee, and he sure is.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not whole government. This is committees for me. And there will be a change in fortune on that because there's news coming from afar. The Six of Cups is the loyalist, and the Nine of Cups is basically your relationship. It's not built upon facts. It's built upon you give me this, I give you that, because this is all desires and wants and needs and all that kind of stuff.
Quid pro quo.
Right next to that is the Five of Wands. So here comes the danger in that relationship. Is now this person may be caught up in something, therefore you're implicated, and then more spotlight is put on you. His hope is for strength, which, haha. And outcome is the Fool. So I clarified it with these cards when I get this darn dagger again. And so he gets the beginnings of something very bad. Like there is either investigations coming or there is a cutting of something. This is like physical danger. This is harm. This is
Cutting something away.
yes, like not literally, but literally.
Yeah,
You know, it's like
He's
being cut
censored.
off.
He's censored.
Yes.
He's cut from the committees.
I got that.
So watch for it, guys. Looks like Nunes might get censured.
Because he has a change of fate coming around the committee.
There's Furtash, most wanted man in America. He has, all these charges against him. He wants to go away. And then there's other people that wanted visas to get into America and stuff. So between Furtash and
Giuliani and Barr all working
all of
together.
them, it's just quid pro quo all over the place.
It's a web, Jen. It's a web.
Well, let's look at Cipollone, since he's pretty much, Devin Nunes Jr. right now.
Yeah, he should have been, instead of being Trump's personal lawyer, he should have been
on the witness stand.
He should have been on the witness stand.
So what are we looking at for Cipollone
Let's look
exactly?
and see.
Let's see if he'll get disbarred, because there's a lot of stuff being talked about by lawyers that he should be disbarred.
I want to do that. I'm gonna do right now a Beverly says you still have your Christmas tree up.
Yes, I do.
I want to do a general. I'm gonna do a general look and see. So I get the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Pentacles. There is a turning of his job. I don't know how. Maybe it's because the case might come to an end. So He's not going to be Trump's lawyer for too much longer. The Six of Pentacles is that being paid out thing. The Six of Swords right next to that means he is moving on from something. That Nine of Cups, that sort of fulfillment, the needs and wishes. And the Two of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, he might have something on his home front. I don't know if he's married or not, but that seems to be okay. The Chariot and the Tower. So here is now his progression is met with a sudden end. And I'm going to look more into that to see what kind of progression it is. But there's some progression that's met with a sudden end, and he is being paid off. The Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles appear together. So this is money that was being held for the result of something. So I think if Trump gets acquitted, then he gets some sort of payout in the end. Then as he is sort of like the leader of the team here. That's what I get so far. What do you got?
I'm getting, the structure of the law. I'm asking, will he be disbarred? And the structure of the law here is what's at question. So I get he gets an offer he doesn't like. And the challenge is all the people in the Bar Association that are partnering together, they know the nostalgia for the law. This is the way the law is. And if you're a material witness, they're moving into action on him. They're going to burden him. So I get the Sun card. That's a yes card for me, victory. Because they're hanging together as lawyers as a happy family. So that, in other words, to protect the integrity of law. And it's because he should have been a material witness. Yep, I think they'll take his justice served. They'll take his law license away from him. I don't know when. I didn't put a time stipulation on that, but they will take it.
What'd you get, Becca?
So I got, can you guys see this? I have to be disbarred. I got the snake, the the crossroads, the ring. Yes, there's handcuffs waiting for him. Because of, there's handcuffs here because of multiple lies. I asked, because of that, will he eventually be arrested? I got the key, the man, the fish. Yes, it has to do around money. Either he made a payment or he received a payment. There's something around money here. And it's also around him, another man, and two women that are in some sort of an agreement or a contract around false promises, it's like they're spreading lies and they're lying about their agreements and their promises, and then they're making payments. So I don't know if this is him and all of the current lawyers that are involved.
It is a man and two women.
Two men and two women that are in a circle. But him specifically, there's something around him with money, and he is the one that's paying. So
is he paying bribes on behalf of Trump to Republican senators?
Well, if that's the thing, it's him and two and three others that I'm seeing just from those two, that little spread that I just did. So are we asking that? Is Pat Cipollone?
Yeah. Well, I clarified the Chariot and the Tower because he was charging forth with something with the Chariot and it comes to a sudden end. And I clarified it with these cards, and I get basically whatever he does around talking. So that would be his job. I get the Sphinx. This is the talker. This is the person who is supposed to be careful with their words. This is a warning to be careful with your words. And then, of course, this is going to come up all night, I suppose.
It looks like it.
That dagger again. And then this is like sort of that. This is supposed to be like luck and things like that. But again, with the talking, the siren is luring someone to their doom, though. And then the maiden is naive and aloof. So he makes a tragic mistake, oddly enough. I think the thing that you are most passionate about sometimes is your doom. So him and his talking has gotten him, through law school. He's a big time lawyer and all this, but that's also going to be his downfall. And so he's going to say something that is going to probably ring in the ear of the right person, and then boom, it's all done. So his job comes to an end. Now, what else were we asking?
Are they paying bribes to Republican senators?
For the acquittal?
Uh-huh.
Let's ask if they're going to be an acquittal too. I guess, I mean, it is, but no, we'll skip that. We'll just go, are they paying bribes to the senators? Because, I mean, what else are they going to do? No witnesses. What'd you get, Becky?
On the top line, I asked if he was paying Republicans. I got the scythe, the heart, the mountain. There's a violation here of something that he did with his generosity, and then there was an obstruction. So it's telling me violation, generosity to obstruct. I asked if he was paying off Republican GOP senators. I got the whip, the lilies, and the sun. Yes, specifically one that has seniority in the Senate, but it's on repeat here. There's a pattern of it, and it's on repeat. So I don't know.
McConnell. I just got that too. Like he's partnering with people in the Senate, and especially McConnell, and giving them inspiration to vote. Because he's trying to hang on to the votes in the Senate for acquittal. He's spreading it around thick.
Yeah.
He's spreading it around thick. It's a lot.
Yeah, I got the same thing. Page of Wands, Six of Swords, and Four of Cups. So there's your offers, transition, messaging. Oh, Lord.
Bribes can come in many forms, from contributions to their campaign finances or money in their back pocket to pay for their kids' schools. Purely for entertainment purposes only.
Sort of.
Jen, I'm wondering if those other people that I saw in that, I saw Cipollone, 2 women, and another man. That may be in that circle of payments.
Yeah, because that would be Dershowitz, Starr. I forget the 2 women's names.
Sam Bondi and somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got 2 women on his defense team?
Uh-huh. The district attorney here in Florida, he made a contribution to her campaign, or she made a contribution to his campaign. And so she is now one of his lawyers. Now, mind you, she gave the money back because it looked bad. Mm-hmm. But, well, that's what they said she did. And so now she's one of his lawyers.
I didn't know he had two female lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So let's see what his lawyers think of him.
Oh yeah, and I forgot about Jay Sekulow too.
He's hard to defend, and for some reason, they want him to put down Twitter, but nobody takes it from him. Because I get the talisman, this is something you can hold, but this is like a good luck charm, but he doesn't have those. So I'm going to go with, since it's around the gate and the shield, these are things that are hard to get past. There is something around information that they want to take from him. He's a hothead and a crybaby at the same time with the fire and the water.
Jane Raskin's the other female.
I never heard of her.
Who?
Jane.
Never heard. I don't even know.
And then Abuse of Tower.
Yeah, he manipulates
Mm-hmm.
for Trump. He's
And that's what this is. The wizard's like the magician in that deck too.
yeah. He's immature. He rushes into action. He wants to be the star. He wants to be at the center, and he stirs up a lot of fights among his own lawyers. He keeps changing directions, telling him a new direction to go. He's just trying to hang on to his power. It's not focused.
What in the world?
This fell out when you were saying that. This card is called the Golem. This is like blind trust and obedience, which can be used for something bad if the person that they're being obedient to happens to be one of those type of people. Yeah, that's them for sure. What you get, Becky?
All right. I'm getting the book, the coffin, the stars, the sun, and the lilies up here. Down here, I'm getting the key, the tree, the cross, the heart, and the stars. They know that he is guilty as heck, and there is no hope. The only way to make a change is to get in favor with the person that has seniority, because he is the key to make everything change. Get in his good graces because he can make everything change. I'll tell you one thing, though. They are really, really worried about a classified black box that holds technology, because that classified black box that holds technology is where the guilt is at. So
So
who
that
knows
phone
what
call.
they're hiding in there?
Well, that's what Jay Sekulow and Mulvaney have hidden away.
That server. They know he's guilty as heck, and they're trying to win favor with the senior one.
So let's just ask one more time, since the vote is on the 4th or the 5th?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Will they declare will he be acquitted?
4 p.m. Eastern time, Wednesday.
49ers 2010.
Are you kidding me?
We got 2010 49ers.
Fourth quarter, 6 minutes to go.
As long as they don't F it up, we won.
What quarter is it, Bonnie? What quarter is it?
Do they say, is it fourth quarter, y'all?
It's fourth quarter.
It's fourth quarter? All right.
6:23.
How many minutes in the fourth? Oh, good
6
thing my
minutes.
husband's recording it.
Oh, wait, no, maybe that's fourth down. Sorry. Wait, what is that?
Is it fourth down? Johnny, I'm sorry, I forgot what we were reading about because I got excited.
You know what? We're going to have to pause for the calls because I got to see first.
We're going to read on if they will acquit him.
Okay.
What's fourth? Is it fourth down or fourth quarter?
Fourth quarter, I think. Flag on the play, 3rd and 10 to go.
Casey attempted touchdown. Fourth quarter, 6 minutes and 23 seconds left.
Man, that's still a lot of time. But I don't know about
It
coming back
is.
all them points. I mean, unless you get a bunch of interceptions and some bad throws, I don't
They
see
got
them
to
coming
mess
back.
it up. Like, do one of them Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of Ravens, what was you asking again?
Will they acquit him?
Okay.
Will they acquit him?
I got 3 very negative cards. Let me do the tarot too.
Will they acquit Donald Trump Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern time? To be exact.
Lord. Don't text me now.
What the heck? Johnny, can you please pull some Mormon cards too?
Caitlin, how many you doing? You want 5?
3 for a yes, no to ask. No, just 3 to ask for a yes, no if they will acquit him.
Okay.
Why am I getting there's a surprise moving forward with some new action?
I get the same thing.
There's some conversation about Russia.
I didn't do the tarot yet, but those other cards, that's what they said.
And there's a lot of questions about something that went on overseas and then an ending. All I wanted to see was like sun or moon, is it a yes or a no? Are you going to quit? And I get all this.
I got a sort of a moon. I got a moon too.
I'm getting something here that's I'm gonna bring y'all down.
Will they acquit?
I asked if they will acquit. I got the cross, which is guilt, crossroads, which is your choice, your vote, and then the coffin, which is no, it comes to an end. Guilt vote ends. A guilty vote brings a dead end. What are you getting on your Lenormand?
Yeah, but an acquittal brings an end. Yeah, like they know he's guilty, but it brings an end.
Yeah, but it's almost like the guilty vote itself is the end of the road for them. See what I'm saying? Like,
I got Garden Mountain Child.
Like they vote him as guilty, they don't acquit him.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, so what would that do?
So what was that? You got Johnny Garden Mountain Child.
And Child.
It's like there's something in the public that gets delayed, an obstacle, and then there's something new that starts something else.
Yeah, that's Ace of Wands, something new.
So I get, let me see. The Medusa. This is corruption. This is like the devil card on steroids. This is like corruption and evil and malice and everything in the world that's negative with the person's personality traits. This is all of that.
That's how I feel when I look at Trump, Medusa with the I look at him, I'm gonna die.
And you know what, though? He kind of is. Because people are seduced by the Medusa and then they turn to stone.
Yeah.
And so people who get close to him, this is what happens.
So that's what Trump is. He's the Medusa.
Yeah, he's Medusa. That's his new name, y'all.
Medusa Trump.
And then the second card, I did 3. This is Spider. The Spider in this deck is the one who is meticulous. This is attention to detail. This is also patience and discretion. So if they have a secret vote, then that could spell some doom because the next card or the last card is the Raven. This is the one who brings forth doom. This is kind of like the clouds. It's telling you doom is approaching. It's not here yet, but doom is approaching. So then I did the tarot. I get the 2 of Pentacles. So this is some imbalance. 7 of Wands. There's your defending. And then the Knight of Pentacles, which I didn't quite understand. This is like delivering something. This could be delivering votes, but this still didn't give me yes or no. This is a positive card, but still yes or no. So I clarified it with this, and it gave me uncertainty with the moon. So I didn't get a yes, no. I got a, there is something different happening. This is not, it's not cut and dry for some reason.
And that's another thing. I ended with the coffin. If I read it simply, it means no, but then it's like the vote itself, it's closed off.
Yeah.
Like they close. See what I'm saying? Like, do they vote in private? Do they vote in a dark room where nobody can see them because they're scared of how they're going to vote? Like.
So let's try to crack the veil here. Why is it not yes, no? What is this hinging on? What is the thing that needs to break in order for this to be yes, no? Because we're approaching, it's next week. It's not like this is November to where
it's
so
in
much.
3 days. It's in 3 days.
Yeah.
Like I know that free will is a thing and anything can happen between here and those 3 days. But what in the world is that big that can change so much in 3 days?
Are the senators right now going home? Leaving and returning to go home?
No, because they're doing their speeches today, Monday and Tuesday on, just why they voted the way they did on witnesses and stuff. They get 10 minutes each.
So they didn't over the weekend fly home to see their constituents and then come back for Monday, did they?
They could have. Yeah, because like Bernie Sanders, he flew to Iowa.
Okay.
So they could have
So what is the question? They could have flown home. What is the question, Johnny? How are we
I just
wording
want to
this?
know, why is it unclear? Like, what are we waiting on? What's
okay.
Why is this unclear? Is it a person that's waiting on something, like sort of like orders to do something, or are they going to do secret ballots? Are they going to do a what's the girl name? They do a
Censure?
president vote and all this type of stuff. What are they going to do? Because Judge Justice Roberts said he's not going to be a tiebreaker. If it's 50-50, he's not breaking the tie. So what's happening here? Why would we even be talking about ties?
Somebody shines a light on the truth some more. Like more light gets shown on it. Something comes out. Around his circle of support.
Oh, good Jesus.
Yeah. The truth comes out, stops everything, bam, and then they're waiting.
In 3 days.
In 3 days, something that big coming out.
Oh, Lord, Casey.
It's about something sneaky with Russia and Putin again.
See?
When I first drew this card, I thought it might be Adam Schiff, but when I got the Russia card, I'm like, no, it's Russia and Putin again. I hate to keep saying that. I just drew a card to clarify it, and I got my yes card. Illumination on that. I hate to keep saying everything goes back to Russia and Putin, but everything goes back to Russia and Putin. It just does. So that, that's spirit saying, nope, you got it right. That's Putin. What are you getting when you ask for why, Johnny?
Okay. So I got a story. In the beginning, we had the arguments with the Sphinx, right? And they killed the case with the dagger. So they got what they wanted with the chalice. This is fulfillment. So on the opposite side, they got what they wanted. They got his acquittal, right? The next two cards are saying the same exact thing. This one is called Winds of Change, which means that your destiny or your fate has changed. Like, it was going one way. It was going one way.
We blocked the witnesses.
An event happened, and then it changed. Like I always say to people, you can change destiny. Destiny is not set in stone. If I tell you you're going to knock this over in 2 minutes, and then you take it out of the room, you have now changed destiny. They had everything they wanted, and something changed. Serendipity says the exact same thing. Let me read it. It says, where are you? Turn of events, a new discovery.
Something coming in quick. Yeah, somebody's rushing in there quick with some secrets and treachery.
And then there's an ending and something new. I have no idea.
Show you all what I got. So I have the letter, the house, the child, the bear, and the ship on the top row. Bottom row, I have the woman, the sun, the book, the whip, and the storks. Articles from the house, new, that are about a person in a position of authority that is overseas. These articles get upgraded and revised, and they repeat it again, and they add more to it. There's a woman here in the house that has articles. The house exposes something else. There's also a book that exposes abuse of power, abuse here with the whip, power with the bear, when it gets released. And it releases more stuff about what's going on overseas. The house repeats this again, and then there's new stuff that comes in. It's kind of like it's all hinging on the release of the actual literal book And I think she's got articles just stashed and ready to go because this is saying that they get revised and upgraded
So,
and they repeat it again.
so if they repeat
So
it,
it's like, do you want to deal with it now? What's that? Oh,
does
no,
that mean that they declare a mistrial?
I'm not saying anything here about a mistrial. It's like the articles get revised and they get upgraded. There's more that comes out. So I don't know that, like, she has the articles over her head. And then the articles mirrored over to the storks. Like, as they transfer more. Like, she has articles in the house that are secret right now. So I think that the Senate knows too what she has, and they're probably thinking all she's got to do is take it to a vote and drop more articles on us for more when the book, you know what I'm saying? So because it's like they do it again, like, you know,
Because he's impeached forever. So let's just impeach him again forever and again forever.
yeah, more and more stuff and just keep sinking them, you know.
So why
Sink
the
Trump and the party.
delay? Why the stoppage?
Why the delay or stopping of the vote on Wednesday?
So, okay, Becca, I drew 5 cards.
Okay, what you got, Johnny? I'm gonna pull them with you.
The first one was the birds.
Hold on. Birds. Tweety bird, where are you?
Oh, Lord.
Somebody
KC 23. How did KC get 23 and they only had 10?
20, 13. You got the birds, right?
Birds and then garden. I think this is.
Those are hearings for the public. Let me see. Or hearings before a committee, speaking before a committee, but the public is aware. Okay.
And then the mountain, right in the middle.
And then the
Mhm.
public hearings are blocked or delayed. Okay.
And then the letter.
Letter. What comes after the letter?
Lilies.
Lilies. Okay. And what was your question?
I just asked the same one we were talking about to see what I would get. Why is there?
What is the delay? What is
Yeah.
causing the delay? Well, here's your delay right central to the reading with the mountain.
Mhm.
So it's confirming the question. Public hearings are witnesses that need to come over to speak in front of the public and in large bodies of people. There's an article here that's just waiting. There's an article in waiting right there. This is something that takes a little bit of time. It's not immediate. It's not quick. It's like, and this is also in regards to a historical document. So, you know, the Constitution, talking about the Constitution, a public document here, public records have been blocked and delayed. But there's records here or a document that's just, they're just waiting. There's a little bit of a pause. See what I'm saying?
So-
It's not a delay, it's a pause.
So is it because too many people have been protesting when these guys go back home?
It could be because you had the birds and the garden. That's people speaking in public. Protesting would be more like your garden and your whip. Large bodies of people arguing and fighting, you know. But it could also be people calling on the phone with the birds, calling on the phone to the Senate, like, you know, so. But there appears to be more articles there that are they're just waiting. So
maybe we're asking the wrong question. Will there be a mistrial?
okay.
Will there be? Will he leave before then? Let's
ask, will Adam Schiff declare a mistrial? Because they're saying if he's going to do it, he needs to do it soon because it's never been done on an impeachment trial. But you know, it's a trial, so why not?
I don't think we've ever even seen anything like this. I don't even think this happened at Nixon's.
No, but it's a trial, so why not say mistrial? Corruption, jurors that are bought and unbiased.
So we're asking, will Adam Schiff declare a mistrial?
Yeah. And then that would throw it probably in Justice Roberts' hands.
I'm getting a yes on that.
There's card of
Public
communication
corruption, yes.
talking. He's going to talk.
I wonder what happens
Ooh, I
after
just
that.
got a
one,
yes
Jen.
card on it too.
So, what is Justice Roberts going to do?
Yeah, because I'm getting he's gonna he's going to end of a cycle, end of the trial, and everybody walks away because it's mistrial.
Because I don't get Adam Schiff, I get a judge, and then he rushes towards something secret.
What was that card, Johnny? The judge?
The King of Wands. And
Okay.
the King of Wands is like an authority figure for me. I get the Queen of Wands for a judge, but this one is a higher judge, which he would be. And so he rushes towards something. This is the Knight of Swords, but it's something secret. So I'm asking now, because I didn't get Adam Schiff at all. It's like my cards just skipped him, went straight for the judge. It's like, well, what is he going to do?
So let's see, what would Justice Roberts do if they declared a mistrial?
So what will Justice Roberts do if they declare a mistrial?
Uh-huh.
I mean, doesn't he just go along with the verdict and say, okay, now it's a mistrial?
Okay.
There he is, Judge Roberts.
Because because Schiff is not in power, is he? He just represented the Democratic case, right?
He's in the House, but he's the chief prosecutor for the case.
So it'd be up to Justice Roberts anyway. What is he going to do?
I think, may I please go?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go right.
I asked if Adam Schiff will call a mistrial. I have the mice, the heart, the garden. These are two positive cards that's saying yes because of corruption within a large body of people for favors. Okay. I asked what will Justice Roberts do if they declare a mistrial. We have here, I don't know if you guys can see this. We have the lilies and the man. This is him being old, wise, senior, someone that's been there a long time. This is Justice Roberts. Here he writes something. Perhaps he writes his own opinion that says that this was not an acquittal when this trial comes to an end. Here with the cross and the coffin, this is a trial that ends. And then there's new hope. But it looks like he writes something. He may pen something about the guilt and what took place. But it's like he can't really do anything. It's kind of like his hands are tied. So like when this comes to an end, all he can do is pen a letter for like a historical document here, like a memoir or something like that about the guilt, the mistrial, and how he can better improve that for, later on down the road. But it's like whenever this happens, it comes to an end. He's quite grieved by it. He's very, very sad, very upset about the trial itself. What are you guys getting?
I'm getting he's quite anxious too, but I'm getting like at first like he kind of moves forward and tries to get them to cooperate, to do witnesses, to get them to work together. But everybody's like just hanging on to how they voted, and he's quite anxious, and he sees it. It's just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But he's kind of defenseless. There's, all he can do is talk.
Yeah. I'm saying that he pens a letter or like an opinion piece of some sort for
Yeah.
for courts, to put it on record, make a historical record of it of some sort. What are you getting, Johnny?
I get he does nothing. Look at the page of swords at the end. It's like he can, at the most, he can sign something and then it's done. Like he's there to officiate, I guess.
Yeah.
He's not there to say anything else.
Yeah, it's like he puts something on a record, and then after the trial it's done, there's something new that comes out of it. Like it spreads, it metastasizes, it grows, it moves forward. So
Retrial. So maybe we should ask it this way: will there be a new trial?
will there be a retrial for Donald Pardonlin or Jen?
Yeah. Will there be a retrial for Trump's impeachment trial? Will they have another trial? 20 to 24 Chiefs ahead.
We knew they'd done mess it up.
Less than 2 minutes to go. That means another 10 minutes of game playing, though.
Will there be a retrial in the Senate?
Now that's when I get that, there's a lot of anxiety around the ending of the trial. But that's when I get that something really disruptive and surprising comes up that gets them to work across the aisle together, on getting this guy out. It's like the cover-up gets investigated, who worked on the cover-up together. There's going to be something in the lower courts coming out. Some judgment in the lower courts is going to actually affect Trump. Sort of truth on him again from a lower court.
I got, if there would be a retrial, I got the bouquet, the stars, and the fox. This is no. It's saying that a happy, hopeful wish. No, there's something here that happened that was fraudulent and manipulated. It was a con. No, it.
Like no point in doing another trial, but
not on this one. Not on this one. On the current one.
Yeah.
They may have to. It's like they need to bring in something new and then do it again. So.
Yeah. I got The Exile, which is strategy and failure. And then Charon, which is necessity and transition. So that's a no. There's something being held and then offered up. So this is probably a new case with the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Swords reversed, which means there's going to be an action taken after something ends. So after that rest of the initial Four of Swords, now you have to go back in. The Three of Swords is betrayal or some heartbreak or some disappointment of some sort. So I believe that there will be a new case, not necessarily a new trial, but there will be some new charges brought up.
It may not even need to go to trial because they get enough evidence. So let's ask how Mitch McConnell's week's going to be, since we're getting something weird's going on with the vote Wednesday. Let's take a look at Mitch. It's either gaslighting or confusion on the bottom.
One leads to the other.
Yeah. One and the same.
I'm picking up something interesting here.
What are you getting?
I'll let you all go first. That's all good with you.
I'm not sure what I'm getting yet.
It's got some bad coming here.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There's a new action, new thought, and new inspiration on something. Something new is coming up. It's surprising. It gets people thinking, across the aisle, like on both sides. Gets people working together. And then Mitch gets blocked from doing something he doesn't want to do, and he's like, he doesn't accept it, and he's grieving, and it brings a big change.
Mm-hmm.
Could be the vote ends up being like a 50-50 vote or something. He doesn't get the majority vote that he needs.
So I get 10 of cups. These are supposed to be his cohorts, because it's crossed with the King of Cups, which is him. So that's them in the beginning here. And then the 9 of Swords and the Hermit. So there is something in private that he is quite worried about. So this could indicate that there may be either some detractors, some people who are flaking off, or there is a private vote. And if there is a private vote, he doesn't have 100% confidence the way it's going to go. The 10 of Swords, the 2 of Cups, and the Tower. So there is some... Oh, mercy alive. So in this in particular Tower card, there's a bunch of turtles.
There's a bunch of what?
There's a bunch of turtles there. and he's on the bottom, and there's a bunch of them falling off. And oh, Lord. And I did not know that beforehand. So deck chooses the reading again. But he's worried that this is all going to come crashing down upon him. And in particular, turtles are like on some sort of thing that's not stable, so it rocks back and forth as you stand on it. And so he's unsure of the way other people are going to vote, because there's that 2 of Cups there, and then it was met by the 10 of Swords. So there's a loss to the camaraderie. There is a loss to the team. Then I get in the hopes there is the King of Swords, which is Donald Trump, because all of this is about him. And then the Eight of Wands is the outcome, which is communication. So I was very confused as to what that is. So I clarified with the Six of Swords, which is just moving on from something, and then the Devil. So I think either way, he gets his way.
Yeah.
Whether Trump stays or goes, I think he particularly might get his way. But he doesn't want to be seen as the person who lost the case. But other than that, he doesn't care either way. But I didn't get an event happening for him. I just got he's worried.
So what deck is that has turtles on the Tower card?
It's called the 5 Cents Tarot.
And that's about all I'd give you for McConnell.
Oh, mercy. That was funny. What you get back?
I'm getting him and his wife. Their business contracts are guilty. This is a marriage here. The woman, him, money, guilty. That's him and his wife. There's something going on with him and his wife. Guilty money, guilty business. There's news that's coming in for him about corruption, his wife's corruption here, and an ongoing investigation into her. He's looking to sneak around and get around some stuff here. Manipulate, sneak around, be smart about what he's doing, come up with some sort of a strategy for the trial, but the trial itself is a con. There's also something going on here with money that has been secured. There's another man here that is corrupted that has been bringing in money for a while, but there's also people that are moving in, a team of people that are moving in to secure something, to manipulate because of his business. I don't have anything here that's marketing. I don't have the moon. I don't have the stars. So I can't say that this is a group of people here, a team of people with money that are running ads against him. But there's money around him that's secured and a trial that is manipulated. And then there's money that's stolen here. Corrupt money, corrupt businesses, business fraud here, financial fraud here, ongoing financial fraud investigations, guilt here. So I don't, is Elaine Chao other than the investigations into her pumping money into Kentucky illegally for his reelection. Does anybody know if she's involved in some sort of I know her father has a shipping business, but there's financial fraud in that spread.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she's got some hidden money or crooked money and all that good. Because mind you, she is the one bringing fentanyl into this country. So yeah, she definitely knows some people in high places and crooked places.
It's not really her. It's her daddy. Okay. So daddy's doing it. Yeah.
That's her. But Mitch McConnell's got
Kansas City won the Super Bowl. Kansas City won the Super Bowl. So Jen, when I was being biased and I had the ring and the scythe, and I said something happens quickly, and you said no, they don't get the ring. There you go, you got it right because I was being biased.
They cut the ring.
Yep, the ring did not happen. The ring got cut off.
That's good for them. They ain't been in the Super Bowl since like 1901, so that's good for them.
Good for them.
All right. We got off on a tangent because we're at 2 hours, so we'll do like a couple more here. Let's do. Well, let's look at the energy of America in 2021.
How do we rebuild after this? I'm gonna pull my other deck out. The other deck. Well, this is kind of interesting because I got my GOP card, the Happy Family, and I was like, do they want to talk about family or do they want to talk about the GOP? And I'm like, it's the GOP. Blocked, Sword of Truth is on them, so they're not going to be in power. And there's a great celebration around that.
What you get, Becca?
I'm getting the cross, the mice, the tower, the woman, and the stars. And then on the bottom row, I have the tree, the child, the what do you call this? The bear, the ring, and the birds. There's something going on here with women, a group of women here. That spreads and metastasizes, that has to do around promises and commitments that were made by courts and institutions that is harming them as mothers or their choices and options to be mothers. So this could be this is a powerful court, a powerful institution, a powerful government. So this could be the high courts, that there's going to be ongoing fights with that. Because they're trying to take away, the courts are trying to take away from women. There's something going on here with religious institutions that may be made smaller because of corruption. There's also something going on here with negotiations with tech and networks here on the internet, tech, internet hopes, dreams, and also hopes for the person that's in a position of authority, the two of them. It's looking like a man and a woman here in the next for the year 2021. It's a new woman, younger woman. This person here that in a position of authority is a star. They're very well liked. The people are very hopeful of this new administration that comes in. There's a lot of promises that have been made, and not only a lot of promises, but it's promises made and kept with this duo. But there's something here about children, sick children, new diseases, small microorganisms here that hurt and infect the body. So I don't know if there's going to be perhaps more of a rise in people for vaccinations of their kids, even though I'm not having the scythe here. I don't see the scythe here, but this is like something that infects children. So perhaps immunizations around kids to keep stuff from spreading here. And that's what I'm getting. What are you guys getting?
I get that the first card I got was bravery, self-discipline, and then the Angel of Time, and then Charon right after that. So there is a transition that is happening for the country at this time. There is also a defending that is happening at this time, possibly some, but this does not feel from the outside. This is from the inside. So there will be some, I don't want to call it unrest because I don't want people to start hiding under the bed. But it's like, I always said he was going to challenge the outcome of the results or the election anyway. So it will be some of that. But there will also be some shining on corruption. So if any card reader out there, I don't care what kind of cards you read, if you think it's over when Trump leaves, it is not. So there will still be a whole lot, because this is shining lights and then this is corruption. So there will be a whole lot that's coming out starting next year when there's less people to stand in the way of investigations. So that should be interesting. Now, got one more.
I'm getting also it's going to be a time of protecting women's rights in the family, and women standing up in more power in the family. So kind of going back to what you were getting, Becca, like they're going to challenge a lot, it's like trying to put an end to the patriarchal society and the man is the head of the family. There's going to be a lot of court cases that attack women. I'm also getting that there's going to be heartbreak over a celebrated person that passes away. I feel like a lot of questions are going to get asked, and something about a celebrated person that's going to like shake everybody to the core. And then I'm getting also financially, the stock market, like it's going to go up and down, up and down. It's going to be like a ride, so just get ready for the ride because it's going to be a little.
So I got the collective things fall into place. So the majority does have a better time next year. So that's good.
I'm also getting a breaking up of some charity things. So whether that's charity or maybe some of the church stuff, where they get their tax-free stuff, breaking some of that up.
And I didn't mention in my reading, I had the Tower and the Bear central to the reading. That's also executive and corporate power that comes under the spotlight in 2021, and how grand they've gotten and how large they've gotten, and perhaps speaking to the public about scaling that back, taking away from all that power. So,
well, if one of the socialists gets in, that's their primary targets, is the rich and powerful.
Yep. Corporate power and corporate greed that has really hurt a lot of people.
So let's we'll end on a positive note. Mm-hmm. And today is February 2nd, 2020. 2/2/2020.
Groundhog Day. Happy Groundhog Day.
So I'm not a numerologist, so I don't know the significance of 2/2/2020, but it's not going to happen for what you say, another 1,000 years.
Another 1,000.
So let's look at a good energy message for Groundhog Day here.
2/2/2020.
Something positive we can take away, other than the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl.
And two, and tarot are about finding your balance, making decisions, being at crossroads. So it's kind of interesting. We're getting hit with that it won't get hit with. Thank God, another Trump won't come along for 1,000 years.
Put the troll back under the bridge.
That's right. If I see Trump coming again, I'll be up in heaven going, I think I'll sit this one out. I'll wait for the next one.
I ain't being nobody's guide. Don't call me.
I'll help from this side.
Oh, no. I get all that glitters and go the distance. All that glitters means do not become discouraged when you figure out that the thing that you held so dear is not actually true. Go the distance means the finish line is still there. You can't run towards something and then it turns out to be something bad and then you give up and go back. Run past it. There's something better for you. This is why you started. As they say, it's an old saying, I don't know who said it first, but when you feel like giving up, remember why you started. Take that for your 2/2/2020. Here in February, remember why you started. What'd you get back?
I asked for a positive message, and I got the letter, which is our messages. The moon, the bouquet, the mice, and the sun. The messages are saying to pay attention to the details. There's a lot of detail that comes through, and that are small gifts, small miracles that are brought to us to uplift us and help lift us up emotionally here. And we don't often notice because we're closed off. So pay attention to the details because it's always there. They're always trying to talk to us. And they're there to help uplift us. And if we pay attention to the details, we'll start seeing some of the secrets that are in play on how things are interconnected, interlocked, and how things change. And that'll put us on a new journey, a very uplifting, happy journey here. So that's what I'm getting.
What'd you get, Jay?
It's interesting because too, it's also about harmony and balance and stuff. So I get, we're secure, just keep focused on whatever you're working on. Abrupt endings always bring new beginnings, so every time there's an ending, you get a new beginning. So here's my 2. Be kind to each other. Be kind to each other. I was like, I haven't drawn a 2 card, and then I pull one more, and it's 2 of Cups.
Yep. 2020.
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone who's moderator. Thank you, Noelle, Larry Girl, Kathy, James Lee. I shouldn't start naming people because now I can't remember everybody. But thank Ian, Rob. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who came out. Who disliked my video? It's 2 of y'all. Thank you for coming by anyway.
We got 1,400 people on Super Bowl Sunday.
Thank you, Susan B, for 222. We will see y'all on Jen's channel next week. And we'll see if we can finagle some more people to join us. You're on vacation next week, aren't you, Becca?
I'm on vacation. I won't
Have fun. It's going to be fun.
I'll be watching you guys from overseas.
Sure you will.
Stay out the news. Stay out the news.
Yeah, on the replay.
Have you something fun in a glass. Stay off the news. But we'll see y'all next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.